It might be.
And the thing is, I haven't seen a bad night from Canelo.
I did. To me, I know fans gonna get upset.
The William Skull shit?
No, the Bivol fight.
Right. That's about. I was thinking about that shit.
Because that motherfucker got tired in round 4. Now Canelo always gets tired, but round 4,
bro.
Then he talking about he was vegan that camp. I'm like, yo, son,
why even do that?
But the thing is,
he was tired
for you to even say some shit like that, then it's in your head. Yeah. Like I probably would say some shit like that too, because it's like some fandom. It's like, yo, wait, hold up. Shit, I didn't eat no chicken. I ain't eat no chicken this camp. Like, yo, I'm bugging the fuck out.
He said his wife convinced him to be vegan.
Yeah, I'd have told her, yo, stay in the kitchen. I'd have told her, stay in the kitchen. Don't ever tell me what to do.
Bro, during the fight camp,
you make my meals the way I want my meals to be made.
Yo, especially for real though. Especially like it's not even like your shit funny.
Some real dictator shit.
Nah, but like, you have to at that level though, bro. You kind of have to be though. It's not even trying to be funny or whatever it is, being sexist. But bro, if you've gotten that far doing the same shit, why switch up? Why change it up?
And like you don't know nothing about boxing. You know me, but you don't know nothing about boxing.
Like,
why the fuck would I allow?
Because that could have been it too. Him turn
that
vegan,
shit be powerful, man. That shit must be powerful as fuck. That's Canelo's leading #1 in boxing. For her to convince the #1 nigga in boxing what to eat for boxing.
That's his wife.
All right, Future Legends Podcast, episode 71. Welcome back to the most entertaining boxing podcast on the planet. I'm Teon, this is Syd. We got Kenny here. Don't forget, like I said last episode, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we get more viewers.
Motherfucker.
But y'all gotta like the video, man. We need some more likes, man.
We need money.
18 likes ain't good enough, man. We need to get some more likes, all right? Make sure y'all comment too because we like the arguments and discussions.
You know, I stare at my computer screen for like a couple hours straight at the like comments. I'm like, yo, why? And that eerie tone, you know. Like, what am I doing this for? The people not loving it? Shit, I thought the game loved me, man. Come on, y'all. This is what you gotta do. This is all the movement I need from you, brother. You know, some people ask you to walk miles, you know, go up mountains and shit. That's all I want you to do.
It's a little click, man. Just click that shit.
Less than a second.
All right, so big episode today. Even though the fight is not until September, they just did the press tour. But we got to talk about Canelo versus Crawford. A fight that we've been saying for a while is not going to happen, shouldn't happen, doesn't make no sense. But the fight is here. So
I wanted it to happen, man.
Yeah, I know you don't like Crawford. That's why.
I don't know why.
Because what he did to Spence.
Nigga, yo,
trying to get a review.
No, I'm talking about for like people that's fans of boxing, fans of Spence Styles, like that shit hurt, nigga. Yo, I don't know what other fight where it hurt for me was like, oh my god,
Broner Maidana, Immediately I felt the pain.
Bro, that shit hurt. When he went down, that hurt, bro.
That didn't really hurt me.
What?
Nah, not like arrow and turns, because that shit was crazy. Nigga, I stood up my seat. I was at my crib. I stood up my seat when you got dropped first. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? I'm looking around. I'm looking at my sisters and shit. They don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo.
They probably look at you like, look at me for it. Like,
what the fuck?
Nah, I was shocked.
I was shocked, but I wasn't that shocked though. Honestly, I was just like, damn.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it, man.
All right, but so initial reaction to the announcement. Do y'all feel like, before we go, I think we all going for Canelo, right?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we all go for Canelo. But when y'all heard the fight got announced, did y'all feel like this is a fight that Crawford took because he feels like he can win, or do you think he took this
money?
That's what I was going to say.
Money, man.
So what makes you say it was just for the money?
Cause niggas, this is like, first of all, his natural weight class, it has to be 147. 154, he didn't show any prowess, like as in this guy was a dominating figure in the weight class. We could see that he's bringing up the knockout power. We could see that he's going to be most likely the only 3-time undisputed champion in the male division. Most likely, we didn't see that shit with him against Mazarov. Mazarov. With him against Mazarov, we didn't see that shit. We didn't see that type of dominance. We seen a close fight. We seen both skills displayed by both fighters. You know, it went down to the wire. We could have made it. We could have flipped the coin, made heads tails about it. Who would have won? But I don't even think 154 is his weight class.
I think he could have did good at the weight class, but he would have had a tough time.
Fuck no. I wanted Charlo to touch his chin, nigga.
I think he did.
Like, fuck Canelo. Come down there and get some of that Charlo work, nigga. Come down there and get some of that Charlo work, nigga.
I think he just needed time to adjust to that. Because I'm not going to front. It's different. Because the fact that he dominated Spence the way he did.
Yeah.
Then
and
to
everybody at 47, really.
Exactly.
Everybody just said he's gonna stop talking about that, man.
But then to go to 54 and then had the performance he did against Madrimov or whatever, it's kind of like he needs to stay at that weight class a little bit, adjusted. You know, because no way, bro, it's different. Justin. Wait, so what?
No, Justin.
Nah, it's different.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody in 154, they don't box. But
that's what I'm saying. You got
nobody in 154 box. They take it to you. Every single one.
But understand this, bro. He went from fighting, 47, 8-ounce gloves.
There's no adjusting.
54, 10-ounce gloves.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no adjusting.
But Kenny, what he's saying is, when you move up in a different weight class, I've only did it on the amateur side. Even if it's 4 or 5 pounds, every weight is a different style, bro. Different power. Like you said, I
fight niggas in different weights and heavyweights.
You're not listening to what I'm saying. Bro.
It's always a heavyweight niggas that don't, bro. You don't.
There's different style and all that shit.
Yes, I understand that, but heavyweight boxing has what can I say?
It has one style, bro.
Listen. For the most part, the only thing that stay consistent is pain, nigga. With these weight classes, when you go up, it's pain. How much 100%. Pain can you take, and how 100%. Much pain, huh?
100%.
Yeah, how much
this is why I say, for example, I started at 108. And I will honestly say 108 in terms of activity, how much punches they throw, that was a hard weight class. I don't like throwing a lot of punches. Yeah. When you move up, it gets slower, but like you said, pain, they start to punch harder. Yeah. So because I was smaller moving up, I always had the speed advantage. But I remember when I first went to 125, that was the first time I felt a punch. Mm-hmm. I never felt a punch in none of my fights. And I got called overhand right. I was like, yo,
different.
Yeah, so...
And it's about the pain you could deliver too.
But look at this, though. And you have to also look at it, the fact you still find the... Think about the difference, though. You still find the same ounce gloves.
Yeah.
This nigga had to move up and to find a bigger gloves, bro. Remember, he's from 8-ounce gloves to 10-ounce gloves. People, it's not... You think 2 ounces is not big difference, but it kind of is, bro.
No.
It kind of
I hear what you're saying, but what does that got to do with... niggas punching on his head? Like,
that's what I'm saying. He had to adjust to that style. Yeah, that's all it is. Adjust to he didn't adjust to the style.
Because I would say it's at 47.
You think Virgil Ortiz gonna give him time to adjust? You think Charlo gonna give him time to adjust?
That's not what he's saying.
But after the Madrimov fight, he could have fought another dude, and it probably been different. That fight probably hadn't realized. Okay, it's a different weight class. Let me now
and stylistically, because I rewatched that fight. I rewatched a whole bunch of fights this weekend just to prepare for this episode. The Madrimov fight, it's kind of hard to go off because Madrimov actually had a very smart game plan.
Yeah,
if you watch his fight, even when he fought on Virgil, notice he was southpaw when he fought Virgil. He didn't go southpaw against Crawford because Crawford does good against southpaws, so he stayed righty. Also, he did more feint than punching. So, and that was fucking with Crawford. Changes too. That was fucking with Crawford. That's why he kept getting called the straight shots. And he's so awkward. Strength-wise, Crawford was catching him, and he didn't really look bothered. He looked like some punches made him raise his hand, but he didn't really look bothered. So I didn't think he was not. I wouldn't say he's not strong enough for 54, but it's not like a power that the dudes at 54 are not used to. It's like, all right, we've been in the ring with dudes that hit hard or hit just as hard. 47, he was shocking people. When he hit people at 47, he was like, yo, Crawford got some pop. To bring it back to Canelo, I don't know if he'll be able to surprise Canelo with his power or strength.
No.
And that's a big thing for Crawford. Like, Crawford, if you see when he fights people, they get in the clinch. The Crawford thing is he always looks stronger than everybody. But when he fights Canelo,
when Crawford hits Canelo gonna ask his corner, where the tortillas at? He just gave me some chicken and shit like that. Where the tortillas at?
Canelo fought.
That's not enough.
Yo, Canelo fought a prime Triple G twice, bro.
It was getting touched.
And got flushed. Flush. Boom. Nigga, like, what?
Like, don't get me wrong. You could tell by the punch, like, it looked like it bothered Canelo a little bit. It was like, damn,
we
need that Canelo shake him, bro.
No, that Canelo, that first Triple G fight, that Canelo, the final third rounds. Oh, shit. I need that Canelo to come through.
Bro.
If he does that, if Crawford going to what's the best hospital in that state? We got to look up the best hospital in that state. That's the only way we're going to get our interview with Crawford after the fight. We got to find out the best hospital, the best trauma unit. If we got that Canelo back,
Bro,
we gonna go over there.
Right.
We gonna get the exclusive.
But that right there just shows you. Because even like, yo, you know what's crazy?
Why do you take the fight? Speak up, nigga. I can't hear you. What? I'm telling you, yo. You gotta go to the best
yo, this how you know this fight's kind of bullshit a little bit, bro. Because I didn't even think about that. You know, that clip that's circling around that he said straight up that he would never fight Canelo. Yeah, it's a different weight class. Yeah, he said that like what 2 years ago. It was recent, bro.
Yeah,
it was like, recent. He said like I wouldn't. There's no point in me fighting Canelo. It's a different weight class. Them boys are big.
He was like 54 is his limit.
Yeah, he said maybe. No, he didn't say. He said maybe. It's like, come on, now you jumping up. You fought 54 once and then jumped up 2 weight classes. Ain't to say you find some like regular 68 dude, bro. You find the nigga, bro.
But the thing is, he's great. Crawford is great. Let's not.
He's great.
Let me not take away from his greatness.
But cool. But so is fucking Mayweather. But they Mayweather fight Triple D. No,
that's what I'm saying. There's a limit to his greatness, and I think he's approaching that line by taking this fight with Canelo. Granted, I don't know how old Canelo is, like 36.
No, Canelo's actually younger than him.
Oh yeah, bro. Canelo's. Canelo's
I thought this nigga was older than Crawford.
Bro, 37. No.
Crawford's 37?
Yes.
How old is Canelo?
Like 34, bro.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought this nigga was older, bro. You know, because the record it confused you.
Because he been fighting since he was 15.
Yeah, nigga been fighting since he was 15. Nigga been really fighting.
Yes,
he said fuck the amateur circuit. That nigga been really fighting. Like,
that's what I'm saying. There's nothing Crawford in terms of power wise. There's nothing Crawford's gonna come with that's gonna surprise Canelo, bro.
Man, that's why Canelo's so confident. He said, "We will see you, my friend."
He should be.
Is it September 30th? No, 13th. Yeah. He said the 13th, my friend. You gonna see? He said, bro, okay,
because Canelo understands. But I've been fighting all these big dudes, bro. I moved up to fight bigger dudes. Yeah. I've been fighting dudes around my weight class. You're gonna be the first. Well, not the first person, but. Bro, you just coming up in weight classes, bro. You're just coming up. You had one fight at 54, and that fight was kind of it was a go back and forth. You didn't dominate that fight. Now you about to jump up 2 weight classes to fight the king, bro. That's how Canelo feels.
After a layoff, after Crawford has only fought like 4 times in the last 4 years.
Exactly.
Active. Canelo's pretty active.
Canelo, and that's another thing too. People keep forgetting. Canelo's active, bro. He's active.
Well, he just fought Berlanga a couple months ago. Yeah.
And Berlanga was a lot bigger than Canelo. Look how that left hook was fast.
Lot bigger than Crawford. Fresher too. Berlanga's hungry too. The thing is, I hate when people like discredit Berlanga. Like ultimately, yes, Berlanga lost the fight. But Berlanga was in the fight. Like, I'm not saying in it to win it, like, completely, but that nigga was throwing the heat. And Berlanga don't hit soft. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Berlanga looked the best he ever looked against Canelo. Like, and that's not saying nothing. Like, yo, bro, for real, he looked the best. His jab was there. Even when he was moving out the ring, it was pretty good. You know, he got trapped around the corners because that's Canelo. Like, you feel me? He's going to apply the pressure. He does it to everybody, except for Floyd and, like, kind of Lara a little bit. But he does it to everybody. So you're going to get trapped unless you're, like, the best boxer. But there was some counter punches that Berlanga landed. It buzzed Canelo. I don't give a fuck. If y'all look at the fight, even in the last round, Berlanga threw some counter punch. Canelo, you know, when a punch hurt, when the nigga back is wavy, like, whoa. That's what Canelo did. Canelo like, whoa. He said, yeah, good shit. That was like the last punch of the last round. So, like, I'm saying, like, Canelo is facing champion young fighters,
bigger
good
fighters.
Fucking veterans, and shit like that. He's facing good quality opponents. Like, I'm not ain't great quality opponents and elite quality opponents, but I'm saying that's all in his resume. When I see with Crawford, you got dropped by this. What the fuck is this nigga name? The Mean Machine. Nigga, this not the longest yard. That's not the longest yard. You know, you got to clip that, put the longest yard. But I'm like, yo, this is not the longest yard. Who gives a fuck about that dude? I haven't heard about that dude since then.
Virgil fought him, stopped him.
And knocked him out. Knocked him out. That's the last time I heard about that nigga, bro. So what up? What do you say? What does that say about you saying that's your toughest fight? He said that's his toughest fight. That was his toughest fight because he know he got knocked down. Like the record didn't show, but he knows he got knocked down. He knows he had to dig deep and beat this dude.
Yeah.
But you got this young nigga 154, Roger Ortiz, stopping this dude, and I haven't heard from this motherfucker since. And Canelo, don't even get me started with Canelo. That's like a James Kirkland to Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo would have demolished that nigga. Canelo would have killed that nigga. Like body shot too, easy.
That first
Done.
shot he would have landed.
Like Canelo, champions after champions, tough.
Even dudes they
people.
discredit. Like I know John Ryder's not the biggest name, but he just came off of being Danny Jacobs, and Canelo beat him to a pulp.
And then John Ryder's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
That's the thing. It's not always about skill, but it's about the size. Size. Because
Size
talking about
plays a
skill-wise, Crawford, if you want to go skill for skill, I mean, I think Canelo have a little bit more skill than Crawford, but it's not superior. You feel me? It's cool, but at the end of the day,
he's going to prove it's superior.
No, but I'm saying because of the weight though, right? Because of the weight.
No, nigga, if you don't like the thing is, if unless Crawford can make most of them shots miss, that's skill. That's not a weight thing.
Nah, you
that's
right.
skill.
That's skill. Yeah.
Now, but if Canelo can find a way to land them fucking punches, that's skill too. Let's see if you can outskill me, then, nigga. Let's see if you can make me miss, nigga.
So that's my biggest. That's my biggest
big,
argument in
bro.
the gym right now. And I never get an answer. They be like, "Yo, I feel like Crawford is the better boxer." I be like, "What's the evidence?" I be like, "What factors of boxing is he better than him?" I was like, to me, the only thing that I know Crawford is better than him at, I'm not gonna say switching stances because Crawford hasn't won a fight right-handed stance in how long? He's a lefty.
Yeah.
At this point, he's a lefty. He's not like Boots where he's switching back and forth. He's a lefty. I think Crawford has better timing than him, and I think Crawford turns people better. Like Canelo was just gonna keep you on that line. Crawford will hit you, step there, hit you, step there. He's better at that. But outside of that, the jab. Who's the better counterpuncher? Who got better defense?
I think Crawford might have better range too. No,
better range?
Nah, he's just tall. He's just fighting people that will be shorter than him. Because look, Majimov was about the same reach.
Better range? Wait, why would you say that? Like he got a better range than Canelo.
I'm telling you, I think his distance.
Yeah, that nigga is great.
I'm not saying Canelo's not good as distance.
Only person that worked him with the distance was Lara and Bivol.
Bivol, that's it.
I'm not saying Canelo's not good. Canelo's good with distance. Canelo's great with that. But I'm just saying I just think Crawford might be a little bit better with that. Like it just might be a style thing too. He's crazy.
good with his lead hand as a southpaw. Very good with that. Like he's good with touching and
but
controlling.
even that's part of range.
Part of range, yeah, it is. I can see that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not far off though. It's not like
you see what Canelo do with southpaw suits.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
Yeah, that's another conversation. He end careers.
Yeah,
he ends southpaw careers, nigga. Come on. Let's not come on.
He did Billy Joe like. Even like, so I rewatched the Lara fight, right? Because I want to see like where he had success and stuff like that. I remember watching that fight live. I was like, yo, Lara won. I actually made a bet with somebody that Canelo was going to win. And then when Canelo raised the hand, I said, keep your money, bro. Because I was like, Lara got that. But when I rewatched it and scored it, I'm like, I see why Lara lost. He wasted too much time.
Yeah, that was.
But skill-wise, it was a reason why this nigga was wasting too much time. Because the seconds he stayed in for too long,
the body
Canelo
shots
was throwing hard
body shots on the arm.
But you know what?
Like, this was Lara. Every time,
and that's how he cut him because he was expecting him to throw a left to the body and he threw an uppercut.
But you know what though? The reason I don't like bring up that fight though, how long ago was that fight, bro?
But
it's still relevant.
It shows you that how much Canelo has grown.
That's my point. No, that's my point though. It's like people keep going back to Lara, but bro, Canelo has fought so many people since then, and he has grown.
Because ever
that's
since
like saying, all right. So when Floyd fought, that's like saying I'm gonna keep bringing up Castillo. It's like nigga.
Wait,
that's been a long
you talking
time.
about as a negative?
But
it's like, bro, that's what people you lost Lara, bro. That was mad long ago, bro.
I feel like that was just a building block.
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was.
I feel like it's just a building block that was the foundation for other stones to build
he's
on.
Learned to
build
since then
him.
he's learned to cut the ring off and shit like that. People
and he know how to catch people like sneaky shots.
That's what I'm saying. I think
and
he
takes
built
the time
that.
too. He's like, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna chase you the first couple rounds. I'm gonna put the technical pressure. I'm gonna catch you a couple shots. And I like this shit. What Crawford gonna do when he put that fucking hand on him? In that corner, because he did, because we gotta look at this shit. He did it to Bivol. Nigga, it's like the hand of God. He did it to Bivol. Stay in that fucking corner. He did it to Caleb. Stay in that fucking corner.
That's how he caught Caleb.
I'm telling you, bro. He did it to
He hit the map.
Callum. Callum was a big nigga,
and that motherfucker be knocking people out bad.
stay in that corner. Yo, what he gonna do? Look, Canelo put that fucking hand on that nigga.
The funny part is, though,
that right,
you know what I think is gonna be, and this is gonna be Crawford's downfall, right? The fact that he's used to like kind of bullying people, right? He's used to like, cause let's be honest, like when he fought on Porter, it was kind of like that. Like, Porter he kind of rough up Porter a little bit, like Shirley, I'm the big dog. He kind of did to Spence. He kind of bullied Spence a little bit. Madrimov, I think he had a little back and forth, but he kind of showed like it was kind of like he's kind of there a little bit. Yeah. But I think with Canelo, it's gonna be like, bro, you're not even close. This is different, my boy.
He has to. I'm playing devil's advocate. For him to win this fight, he has to be perfect. Now, in boxing, usually when you win a good fight, that don't mean you fought perfect. Mm-hmm. Perfect is like rare. Like I wrote down a couple fights of like perfect performances. If y'all know any, y'all can bring them up. Mm-hmm. I thought when Floyd fought, and I mean perfect in terms of when the competition was dangerous. If you fight a bum, it don't matter if you're perfect. I mean, if you find somebody that's dangerous, where it's like if you slip up, they can probably beat you. Floyd versus Corrales, I think that was perfect.
Roy Jones,
John Ruiz, that was perfect because it was a heavy. He couldn't mess up. It was a heavyweight. That was perfect. I got Crawford versus Spence. That was perfect.
That was perfect night.
That was perfect. I don't even like that fight, but that was perfect. I got Rigondeaux when he fought Denier. He stepped up a little bit, but that was the most perfect as you could get.
Yo, son, that was perfect. Nothing wrong with that fight.
That was perfect.
In a way, Denier too.
Perfect. That's right. Perfect. In a way, perfect.
To be fair,
Inoue versus Fulton. I mean, skill wise, Inoue was the favorite, so I don't know. He probably didn't have to be perfect for that fight.
I think James Toney fucking
Roy Jones.
That was a perfect.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Duran, the second fight. After they just had a rough fight.
Oh yeah, that was.
Duran couldn't do nothing with him after they had such a close fight the first time. Perfect. So
Tommy Hearns, Duran.
Yo, what?
Yo, Tommy Hearns.
But he was a bigger man. He was a bigger man.
I was about to say that.
No. Let's not start that. Let's not start that.
No.
They all came up through the ranks at the same time.
No.
We're not gonna get them that.
I'm saying in terms of like what I'm saying, my reference. Like he didn't need to be perfect to beat Duran.
Nah, he was big.
Duran needed to be perfect to beat him. That's why he got knocked out. It's because he wasn't perfect.
Yo, you heard that?
He wasn't perfect.
That
he wasn't perfect. That's
why. To sleep. Automatic.
So. James, I don't even think James Toney had to be perfect. Did he have to be perfect against Holyfield?
No. Yeah, bro. It's Holyfield.
It's Holyfield.
It's Holyfield, bro.
I
don't care what you. It's Holyfield, bro. He had to be. That was a perfect night for James Toney.
Was it?
And that's the thing.
Damn, that's my favorite. If I had to put a favorite fight, that's my favorite fight. Riddick Bowe versus Vander Holyfield, #1. If that I have to put as my favorite fight, that would be my favorite fight.
That'd be your favorite fight?
Oh my God.
I respect that.
Yo, Riddick Bowe lost the weight. Nigga young. You see, and he got across from Vander Holyfield, champion. Well, it was undisputed champion at the time, I think. And he beating. First, Vander was touching him up a little bit. It was a back and forth display. Then Riddick just widened the gap, bro. Around I think it was the 8th round or 10th round where they fought after the bell and shit like that. After that
was a good fight.
Yo, Bo dropped the nigga, hurting him and everything. Then Bo won the championship by knockout. That was shit. That if any heavyweight, I saw how I would want my heavyweight fight.
I think about that fight.
Man, bro. I watched that fight like more than 50 times. Bro. I'm telling you, bro.
You might watch that fight once a week just because.
So I bring all those fights to say, do y'all? I mean, Crawford's actually on the list, but do you think Crawford is capable of having a perfect performance against somebody like Canelo?
Let me just say this, right? I think it's gonna take more than just a perfect performance. Right?
What else can you get?
No, hold on.
And God. What else do you need?
Because my thing is, it's kind of like that a little bit. It's gonna be a point where it has to be a perfect night for Crawford. And
you say need some divine intervention.
Yo, and I'm not gonna lie, Canelo might have to have a very
bad night.
At the same time, it might be.
And the thing is, I haven't seen a bad night from Canelo.
I did. To me, I know fans gonna get upset.
The William Skull shit?
No, the Bivol fight.
That's about. I was thinking about that shit.
Because that motherfucker got tired in round 4. Now Canelo always gets tired, but round 4,
bro.
Then he talking about he was vegan that camp. I'm like, yo, son,
why even do that?
But the thing is,
he was tired from
for you
round
to even
4,
say some shit like that, then it's in your head.
Yeah.
Like I probably would say some shit like that too, because it's like some fandom. It's like, yo, wait, hold up. Shit, I didn't eat no chicken. I ain't eat no chicken this camp. Like, yo, I'm bugging the fuck out.
He said his wife convinced him to be vegan.
Yeah, I'd have told her, yo, stay in the kitchen. I'd have told her, stay in the kitchen. Don't ever tell me what to do.
Bro, during the fight camp,
you make my meals. the way I want my meals to be made.
Yo, especially for real though. Especially like it's not even like this
I
shit
been on
funny.
some real dictator shit.
Nah, but
Like,
you have no at that level though, bro. You kind of have to be though. It's not even trying to be funny or whatever it is, being sexist. But bro, if you've gotten that far doing the same shit, why switch up? Why change it up?
And like you don't know nothing about boxing. You know me, but you don't know nothing about boxing.
Like,
why the fuck would I allow?
Because that could have been it too. Him turn
that
B,
shit
he
be
probably got tired in the
powerful,
fourth
man.
round. Yeah.
That shit must be powerful as fuck. Because Canelo's leading
listen.
#1 in boxing. And for her to convince the #1 nigga in boxing what to eat for boxing.
That's his wife. I respect that. You gotta respect that. You listen to his wife. But two is like, nigga, you've been at this level doing the same thing over and over. Why change up, bro?
Hey, man.
If you was gonna champ against like a low class opponent, cool.
So
but
that's
against
why
people,
but people don't like when I say they be making an excuse for him.
It's not
it is whatever. You say what it is.
Oh, man.
Canelo always gets tired.
but it's always the ones that
There's
don't
always
understand that,
excuses.
Yeah, it's always
And the thing is, you never go 100% into. I want to see the first person that ever went 100% into a fight. You never really go 100% into a fight.
Never.
No.
So it could be mentally.
Even for your first amateur fight.
They might
first one.
They might lie. People lie and be like, "Yeah, I'm 100%." Nigga, the whole time they got fractured knuckle.
Boots finally said it. He had an interview. Boots was saying that. He was like, "Yeah, we always say that," but he's like, "I've never been." He was like, "I'm not gonna tell you that."
Yo,
why would
Canelo brother was kidnapped in one of the fights? One of the fights.
Oh yeah, right.
His brother was kidnapped.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't fighting, bro.
If one of my siblings was kidnapped and I had a fight, bro, I'm not thinking about the fight,
bro. I was thinking about that fight. Bro,
his brother was kidnapped by the cartel,
bro.
How is that not damage? How does people not see that as a valid excuse for him? And I don't even think it was
he won that fight.
He won it. Yeah, he won that fight.
I think it might have been Billy
I'm
Joe
saying
or
like,
something.
that would have been a valid excuse for like,
it was a big fight.
Yeah, ending the fight. Fuck that fight. No, it was the fuck. What was the fight?
Was it Killer fight?
It was a super middleweight fight though.
Yeah, it was super middleweight.
Wasn't it counts? No, that's
no. It was the other pussy ass nigga, the one that he got with the body shot.
Damn, bro.
Oh, the tall dude.
The tall dude
in New York.
I think it was that one. And
not worth it.
You know,
no shit. He's not worth it.
Yeah, stay kidnapped for another day. Let me take it as easy work so I can pay off these niggas and shit like that. I gotta pay these niggas off. But still, even if that was like the Kovalev fight or if that was the Bivol
that might
fight,
be a problem.
like imagine, bro, my sibling been kidnapped and I gotta go fight. Like, what the fuck? That's like crazy. But like, you know, people always gonna say, "Hey, excuses now. You supposed to be made for this." Niggas on their couch scratching their balls and fat as shit.
Looking like this. Cheat on top of this.
Cheat on top. Niggas supposed to be made for that. If it was me,
I would have did this. I would have did this. Yo, hey, man,
nigga.
Yo, could I be
nothing
me?
but get yelled by your wife. Like, why you not at work, nigga? Why you watching TV? Like, yo, honey, give me a beer out the fridge. Shut the fuck up. That's what you would have did, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get yelled at, motherfuckers. You're not even the king of your own shit. You don't control nothing in your own shit. You talking about, yo, you're supposed to be made for. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Yo,
It really be those type of fans though, bro. And I fucking hate them. Fucking hate them. And that's those. I'm not gonna say those are the ones, but it's a lot of. That's why.
Hey, listen, I be like that sometimes with basketball. Sometimes with basketball, hey nigga, they paying you this much money. You better go out there and fucking play. Especially with my parlays on the line. My parlays on the line.
Some dude, he made a song about that, and it's old, but it re-popped up just now. He was like, I asked Jalen, what's his name? Jason Tatum hit 2 threes, he hit 1. That nigga sucked. I was crying laughing. How you gonna say this elite player suck?
Bro.
Yeah, you better fucking play, bro.
I
work hard for this week.
I don't
work my
even feel
40
like
hours.
that, bro. I'll be honest.
I put in parlay on Friday.
Nah, I don't feel like that. Only when I bet though starts coming.
Nah, even when I bet.
Only when I bet.
Like that's the only time I've been mad at Tank when he didn't stop Roach. I was like, this motherfucker.
So it would have been me if I was me. I would stop his ass.
I say I'm up 12:30 at night dying. My TV was messed up. I had to watch it on my phone. I said, this motherfucker. I feel like 200 on that shit.
Nigga, that's how I felt with no. Well, I mean, I didn't get to bet. I almost forgot to bet for the fucking Ryan and Rolly fight. I'm glad I didn't bet.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't bet either.
Yeah, Ryan would have to see me after the fight. I ain't gonna lie. Right then.
All right, so let's all play devil's advocate real quick.
I'm playing devil's advocate, man.
Let's say if you're on Crawford's team, what's the game plan to beat Canelo?
Run.
Game plan, bro.
Watch Devin Haney and Ramirez again. And practice that.
You get some
run.
You get some plaster and some cement. You put it right in your gloves. Right there in your gloves. You make sure you tie that shit tight, like right there. When you get in the before you get in the ring, try to pinch some of the stuffing out the glove. Got that. Make it real flat.
This would be the game plan. This would be the game plan. Nah, watch Margarita and Cotto 1, and then watch Haney and Ramirez. That's 2 game plans right there. Combine those 2, nigga. Pass them the glove and run.
Seriously. All right. So I'm gonna play.
Yeah, look, he trying to think because he can't think about it.
I've been trying to think all weekend, bro.
Because I'm so heavily on Canelo, it's hard to change my mind on this shit.
Ain't that,
so,
bro.
all right, Crawford. They say he got a high advantage, like what, 1 inch, I think.
No, it's
I'm just saying because Canelo had on some thick ass shoes.
Yeah.
When he was looking down on him.
Yeah. So,
he got platform shoes on. Oh, damn.
That's what they said.
I thought they was the same height, to be honest.
Get a little taller.
Crawford, rough tendencies. Usually the bully of the fight. I think he should capitalize still on that.
To surprise him.
Definitely. I think counter punching will play an effect if Crawford could do it effectively, like for real. If he could do it effectively, like tit for tat, like counter on top of the counter.
Yeah.
Basically. And try to get Canelo into some spots. You have to do body play. You have to fucking dig to the body early. We all know that Canelo has a low gas tank. Go to the body, counter shots up the middle.
I was about to say that.
Like I'm talking about a piston-like jab. That jab don't fucking stop. I don't give a fuck if you touch his glove. I don't give a fuck if you touch his elbows. That jab does not stop. If the jab doesn't stop, if he's turning him, like you say, he's effective in turning. If he's turning him like he's supposed to, even though Canelo's a big guy, motherfuckers don't turn Canelo. Yeah. That's the thing. I haven't seen. Like, hey, this is the night to be special. That's the thing about these fights. Those are the nights to be special. Those are the nights to like actually have it be action history. So if he turns Canelo the way that he turns his previous opponents, that jab stay consistent. He's digging to the body. He's throwing counter for counter. Yeah, he can get a decision like that. But like all I'm saying right now, like to go back to Teon point, he has to be perfect.
Yeah, you got
that. What I just explained is like a perfect fight. Like even if it wasn't Canelo, if he did that to somebody else, that's a perfect fight. What the whole game plan I just said and shit like that. Because now it's without errors. He's going to get touched up. Now let's talk about the defense. Now we got to talk about defense. Now
he gets hit.
He can't. Yeah, ain't no fucking way are you going to absorb the shots of Canelo. Canelo likes to aim for body parts. Not so much your head or your body, your arms.
I was just about to say, he ain't for
your
everything.
Forearm.
Punch you on your hip.
Hip. Yeah. Yo, that shot hurts. I heard it deads your leg. Like
I never got caught right on the
thigh. He punched Mayweather in the hip one time.
Yeah. Yo, so
no, that shit hurt.
So you can't absorb the shots. You cannot. No. It's not. That should be on the top priority list. Do not absorb the shots. Do not stay there. It's kind of hard not to stay there too. Crawford has, if he wants to land power shots, he has to stay there.
You can't worry about the power shots.
And that's the shit because if Canelo realizes that
what you talking about, you can't worry about the power shots.
No, I'm saying he can't just sit. He cannot sit there and try to trade with Canelo. And Crawford has a tendency of doing that. He cannot sit there and trade with Canelo.
He's the bully.
Yeah.
Because like I was having a conversation with somebody in the gym, and I was like, "Yo, thing about Crawford, he's never had to outbox somebody for 12 rounds because he eventually starts to
break them down. Yeah.
This is a fight where I don't see him breaking Canelo down. Like, who has broke Canelo down before? Mm-hmm. I've seen him get tired, but I never seen him get broke down.
That's not breaking down. No. Like so. That's the thing. He's gonna have to.
I never seen an ample amount of blood from Canelo.
The crazy part.
To be honest, I ain't never seen no blood from Canelo.
I'm not gonna
in the second Triple G fight, he had a little knot.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie. For this fight, no, he's gonna have to go back. And I'm not even talking about the way, not just the way Mayweather fought Canelo, but the way he was thinking. Mayweather knows he's not a power puncher, right? But he just kept touching him every chance he get. Crawford's gonna have to do that every time Canelo misses. He gotta make him pay.
And like you said, that was so long ago that Canelo has groove.
Yes.
In terms of Cause like the one thing I watch,
But the mindset doesn't change though.
I watched the Lara fight and I watched the Billy Joe fight back to back to see like the difference of like how Canelo grew. The thing that Canelo does now, if you realize you're faster than him,
Counter.
I'm gonna throw one in between your combo, but it's gonna be so
Counter.
hard that you're gonna calm down. And especially that long left hook to the body, he throws it in a way that he knows you're gonna jump away. So it's kind of like a slap, but he's so strong that people be like, boom, and they like.
And I think that's the thing with Crawford. He's gonna realize why Charlo was moving around. He's gonna realize like he was popping that good shit too after the Charlo fight. He was saying, "Yo, man, like why the fuck you came over there? You just got a check. You gonna get a check too? You gonna come over there and try to cash some shit early? You gonna look to who's the benefactors? You gonna look at Turkey? Like, yo, is it in my account yet?
You gonna look on the side when he gets hit that first shot. You gonna look over and take
yo. Up it up a little bit more, nigga. If you want me to stay here, if you don't want me to get out these ropes, up it up a little bit more. But I'm telling you, like, yo,
nigga,
like,
Carlos said Canelo's strong like an ox.
I
never heard a man say
another man
that
talking nigga an ox. That nigga's strong.
That's what the doctor tell you when you feel hurt. You strong like an ox. Another fighter tell somebody that, bro. That man is strong.
Canelo punched him in his forehead and he took a knee.
Yeah.
Yes. I've never been punched in the forehead.
Remember when
that means that shit.
I don't know if you watched Rocky. What's the Rocky one when he fought Drago?
4.
Drago went back to his corner and he told his corner, like, when he was fighting Rocky, he said, "Yo, it feel like I'm punching steel." Like, nigga, what? Like, you a big man. You like 6'6". So it feel like I'm punching steel. Like, what? That's how I feel like when Charlo say he an ox. Like, nigga, it feel like I'm fighting an animal, nigga.
Yeah, certain people have that strength that make you realize, yo, this dude is strong. And they could be the same weight, same size. Like, I sparred 2 people recently, and they're like completely different skill levels and stuff like that, but they're around the same size. I think the one that's lowest skill level is actually, he looks stronger. But then I moved them, and I was like,
He's not strong.
The other dude I tried to do that to, it felt like I was knocking the door. I said, damn. Like, I said, boom. I say happening today. So it's different, and I feel like Crawford is used to when the going get rough. Like, he could push somebody off of him. He could like grab you and turn you and look at you like, nah, it's not today. You better not try that with him.
Yeah, because if you put both hands out, that uppercut is coming to sing, nigga. Right there. If you push both hands out, Canelo's not gonna move. He's gonna turn a little bit, let you come forward. Boom! Say you to the mood, nigga.
Yo, imagine we see like an old school Canelo when he was kind of like
doing combination. He don't get tired.
Now I'm saying combination, head movement.
The head movement is still there.
But no. You ever fought somebody that you ever fought somebody that's smaller than you? Like smaller.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, don't you find it like me? Anybody that's lower than heavyweight, it's like I'm God to them every time I spar them. Nigga, I don't get tired. I do what I want. I do what I please. You're a victim to me. Like,
but
literally.
It depends on the level, though. Like, that's saying if you sparred an elite light heavyweight or something like that.
It's gonna be a problem.
Light heavyweight, that's kind of different a little bit.
But that's what you gotta go. You can't go for somebody 100 pounds smaller than you.
No, that's 3 weight. I'm talking about like fucking. I'm like putting myself in Crawford. That's 3 weight classes lower. Yeah, literally 3 weight classes lower. So I'm saying, like, yo, it doesn't matter that you ate. Yeah, you ate. You got a little muscle. Yes, whatever. You still a little nigga. At that point. To me, in my head, you still a little nigga. I'm gonna do what I please. I'm gonna do what I want. Like, and it's something crazy. Like, you just put that in my head. Like, this nigga younger than him. It's like more experience,
bro.
Younger, but healthier. Let's go for that. Healthier. I wouldn't say Canelo's the healthier physically because he had more fights, had more surgeries. Yeah. He fights more consistently, so we don't know if he's banged up. Even though he's winning all his fights, we don't know like how his camps is. Like, it could have been a reason why he changed his diet to vegan. Like, it could have been something we don't know about. Like, he could blame his girl and say, "Yo, my girl," but it could have been like, "Yo, the shit I'm eating, I can't like lose the weight I used to and shit like that." So we don't know. He had to cut weight a lot of times and stuff like that. Also, he has failed drug tests before, even though it was micro, said it couldn't affect his body, but his team's failed drug tests a couple times.
All of them.
So we don't know if he actually was cheating the whole time or if he still cheating or if he stopped cheating. So that's why he's not getting knockouts that people say he don't get no more and shit like that. So
you can ask his opponents. I think his last knockout was Caleb Plant, right?
Yeah.
You can ask his opponents, nigga.
They all say he's strong.
I was about to say, I don't think that's not him not getting knockouts at this point. I think he just be chilling.
I feel like
Look
Look at the way he dropped Malenga. Look at the way he dropped.
Yo, he dropped
Munguia.
Malenga fast.
Munguia?
Bro.
Oh,
Effortless.
Effortless. That's what I'm saying. I think he just.
And the thing is, Munguia's a big nigga.
Big,
bro.
He's a big motherfucker. And he dropping
and throws a lot.
And he moving him too. Boom,
That's what I'm saying. I think Canelo just not getting knocked out because he's.
Why?
I won't say
Crawford
lazy.
took this fight.
So what?
Why he took this fight? It's like
apparently guaranteed base pay.
I was about to say that.
Is $50 million.
Is you gotta understand this
top of
is
sponsors, shit like that. And this is why I say for Crawford, I'm happy he got this fight.
I'm 100% happy.
Crawford, his resume is only bad because his promoters, they greased him.
And
they started the whole other side of the street thing because of Crawford. Niggas was like, man, we over here good on PBC. We all fighting each other. You stay over there and suffer. So he couldn't. That's really what it did. He couldn't get the big paydays. He couldn't.
He should have fought Keith Thurman at 160.
They told him no at 160.
Yeah, Keith Thurman was calling him out.
Yeah, you talking about now?
You don't call him out now.
Because I was like, what?
Yeah, but Thurman, you know,
Thurman trying to get payday too.
Yeah, he's trying to get payday too. So
that's the thing. For Crawford, Canelo is where he can actually get paid.
He can make him all the money he missed, all the money he didn't get for this fight. He can get it.
Because even what Canelo said, what Canelo said, this might be your last fight. He said maybe. He said maybe. Because he kind of know in his mind this could be I think he understands this could really be
I don't know.
his last go round, bro.
Maybe his little nigga Shakur's putting that bug in his ear and shit like that, talking about why
Shakur got how Shakur
they
get
close now?
Because they close,
yeah,
nigga.
but
I'm talking about the people that's close around him. It comes I'm talking about yo, we just list most of Canelo accolades. We just list about the opponents that he faced. I'm like, yo, why do you think you can fuck with this nigga at this type of level and not hinder him?
So that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. And you're not hindering him at all. You're not doing no weight clause. You're not talking about no weight restrictions.
Well, one, he can say what he want, but he can't do no weight clause or weight restrictions.
No, they could ask.
Bro, he is the B side, bro.
No. They could ask.
They can ask. And guess what Canelo gonna say?
He didn't do
Move along.
He didn't ask though.
He didn't ask.
Because he understand business, bro. There's no point. Just understand business. There's no point, bro. Because again, like Canelo said, I wasn't even looking at you, bro. I didn't look at you till you said my name. And even then, because I think when he said his name, Canelo kind of brushed him off. Like, bro, you a small dude.
I feel like it's going to be worse than Amir Khan, to be honest.
You think so?
I feel like it's going to be worse than, because Amir Khan, at least he had caution, super, super caution. Amir Khan
was doing good.
He couldn't go inside. That's the thing. Amir Khan knew he couldn't go inside. So he stayed his ass outside.
Yeah, for about 4 rounds.
And he got speed and everything boxing. Amir Khan did it smart. I don't think Crawford and his ego will allow him to not go on the inside with Canelo at least once.
It takes one time, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It takes one time.
But part of him having to be perfect, he has to step to Canelo because let me tell you why. Because Canelo's if you look at his losses or his close fights, he's never really been outboxed. Like Mayweather didn't outbox him. He stepped to him and picked him apart and kind of threw him off.
Oh, you talking about
Bivol beat him off activity. Lara was moving, but that's why he didn't get the decision because he was moving too much. Canelo has never been like, yo, damn, this motherfucker outboxed me, he's countering me, doing everything I want. Floyd did it in front of him.
Yeah, but
if Crawford just moves,
Crawford can't
but this is my thing. If Crawford just moves the whole time, eventually Canelo is going to catch him. You can't. You have to change the looks.
Oh yeah, Canelo
is not a simple dude where you can beat him with one way.
No,
you can't. Even like when Canelo when he beat Triple G. It was similar. You can't just beat Triple G one way. You got to do more dimensions. That's what he learned from the first fight. Yeah. Like, damn, I thought I was just going to outbox him, but I can't beat him as a one-trick pony. You cannot beat Canelo as a one-trick pony.
You really can't. That's when you said step to him, I thought you meant really beating his face all the time.
Not the whole time, but it's going to be moments where you're going to have to.
It's going to be you move, step to him, step back, move around. Yeah, it's going to be that's different. Because that's what I mean by when you look back at Mayweather fight. Mayweather wasn't looking for the knockout. He was just right there, boom, boom, move, make as soon as Canelo miss, try to make him pay right there.
It'd be so funny again if Canelo make this nigga miss most of his shots.
He could.
That's what I mean by.
Crawford gonna be like shit.
That's what I mean by old school Canelo. Because when Canelo was there,
but even now though, Canelo don't have bruises.
But yo,
Canelo is one of the best defensive fighters in boxing, bro.
Yo, I want to say this now. When we post this and everything, I know there's gonna be fans that's gonna be like, "Yo, y'all niggas, Crawford."
They do that all the time, though.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be on Crawford dick. Take a step back. Take a step back.
Get off your knees, real quick.
Nah, I don't know disrespectful shit, but I'm saying take a step back and evaluate. Yes, bro. Crawford is great. We're not saying that he isn't great.
Crawford is great for his weight.
He's going down in history and shit like that.
He is.
There's weight classes for a reason.
Thank you.
And he's going against another Hall of Famer.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing right
weight
there.
Classes there's a weight class for a reason, and you're going against another Hall of Famer.
That's what I'm saying. If he was going against someone
this Hall of Famer is beating the shit out of everybody in his weight class.
People don't understand that shit.
Like I don't know.
He hasn't had a close fight at 68.
The only person that we could say, and everybody could say, like, yo, why you not fighting Benavidez and shit like that? There may be a reason for it. It may not. Like, and the thing is, when y'all say shit like that, and Canelo does fight that person, what happens? Canelo beat the person up. Canelo has game plans. Canelo has the size. Canelo has the activity. Canelo has the power. Canelo has whatever, the defense, whatever. When he's faced Crawford, and y'all talking about, yeah, this is the fight that we want to see. When y'all see, if y'all ever see Crawford in real life, and he's the average size of American is like probably like 5'8", 5'6", or some shit like that. And when y'all see that Crawford is like smaller than you, when you go up to the nigga and shit like that, and you see Canelo in real size, that nigga is a no homo, a thick Mexican. He
going thick,
like thick nigga neck this wide and shit like that, and you see the size difference. You gonna know why we gonna visit Crawford in the best trauma unit in the whole state of what was it, Nevada? We going to Vegas? In the whole state of Nevada, the best trauma unit,
bro.
You feel me? So yo, all I'm saying is, please take our words into consideration. Do your research. Literally look at the fights that Canelo faced and shit like that. Look at the fights that Crawford faced.
And like, what's the find evidence on why you feel like he can win? That's what people are not doing.
But people never say why. They always say I think, I feel. It's
never
just logic. It's never logic behind it. It's just emotions.
Crawford
and
get touched up.
Yeah, because bro, look, you see, y'all can see my phone. I was it's a whole bunch of notes, right? I was writing down about like the fight. Most of it is for Canelo. Cause I'm really trying to study, like, yo, if I was to make Crawford win, how would he win? What would he do? Bro, he's just gonna have to surprise me. And it would be cool if he wins, because I like moments like that in boxing.
I love that.
It's crazy. It's like history.
I just can't see it.
Not with Canelo.
Not with Canelo. I just can't see it.
Canelo I feel ain't no average. Like you said, Hall of Fame. And then we talking about
probably
all
the best.
said and done.
And the thing is, he's probably the best in his race. That's the thing. If we want to say,
and even that, if we make like an actual list of the best fighters and shit like that, he's definitely cracking the top 25. He could possibly crack top 10. Like if we look down at Canelo.
Oh, Canelo.
Canelo. We talking about accolades and stuff.
Top 15 for sure.
Now he's definitely. He's fucking. I think he's one of the best Mexican fighters. Top one.
Don't say one of.
He is.
No, he is. The best
Mexican fighter.
The reason I heard that a lot of Mexicans, the reason they don't like Canelo because of that.
Yeah,
because like he's like past everybody.
But which is weird because everybody they got so much.
They think Eric Morales and
because he's unattained. He's like unreachable. Like Chavez Sr. was still around.
Oh yeah.
Canelo is like that figure that we know he's the best Mexican, but we don't see him. We see his businesses. We see him on billboards and shit like that. Like Juan Manuel Marquez does not like Canelo at all. But even him, this is the first fight where he was like, yeah, I think Canelo got this one. He was like, I don't know why.
Wait, what you just said?
Marquez don't like.
Wait, no,
he's
unreachable. You said
unreachable.
He's unattainable.
He's unreachable. He's not like he's not there for the people. He does stuff for them like financially and stuff like that, but he's not like.
It's like all like everybody else.
So
like
you want him to come over there, be seduced by drinking?
No.
That's probably why they kidnapped his brother. We don't know.
No, it's not about being.
Yeah, that's the thing. You kidnap my brother. You think I'm gonna go back?
But it's not even about the drinking part.
I'm gonna support the part where I lived and where I grew up at.
But they say he probably don't even be there. That's the problem.
Okay.
He's not able. But that's what I'm saying.
That's why people don't like to hear that.
Understand this,
he's
right?
The best Mexican fighter.
People
but he's the best Mexican fighter. No matter what the fuck you think about.
3 black guys can say that.
You're missing.
Right?
You're missing the point. The point is, especially when you grew up in a certain place like Canelo, especially in Mexico, right? If you grew up watching all these Mexican fighters come up, right? Regardless if they're good, they're bad, but all these great fighters that came up and they were still giving back to the community and being there and saying hi to people who's training there and being there, camps there. You know, come once in a while you come in, say hi to people, you dip out. Canelo don't do that.
Nigga,
so for them, but understand.
No, I don't think that's a problem.
I don't think that's a problem. Especially
this
day and age. It's not a problem. But now a lot of people feel like, damn, now he's like they say, you're Hollywood. That's how they feel.
You be Hollywood too if you in my shoes. That's the thing with niggas. Niggas don't understand.
They don't.
I hate when they only see through their goggles. You don't see from the perspective of the other person. I'm rich as fuck. I'm wealthy, nigga. I'm approaching the level of wealthiness.
Yeah.
I'm going to support the community where I came from. Yes, I am going to better my community that I was originally from. But I don't have to be in said community for me to better it.
Let me give you an example. The Mayweather-Ali argument. The people who study the sport, they know who's the better fighter. But who Muhammad Ali as a person?
He's an icon.
Exactly. Mayweather is not an icon.
But the thing is, his generation dictates that. That generation itself, it was more popularized to be into a civil rights leader and to be a religious icon too. We got Farrakhan. We got and Muhammad Ali name is in one of those things. Farrakhan, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. Yeah. It goes like that.
But the difference is back then too.
But that's why everything you're saying is explaining why that a lot of black people won't say that Floyd is the greatest. They'll say Ali was. Now, if we bring it to the Mexican
side, Floyd is worth billions of dollars.
But it's not about the money. No.
It is about the money, bro.
Listen, nigga. It ain't always about the money. Listen.
Bro. It always goes back to the money,
yes, it goes back to the money, but understand, it's a different day and age. When Muhammad Ali was doing what he was doing, the people embraced him. People wasn't trying to check Muhammad Ali. Now, bro, look, there was a video of Floyd standing up there. A nigga passed it. When he tell Floyd,
I knock you out.
Exactly. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be around the people, bro. That's the shit you got to deal with.
Listen, you got to see the events and things that was going on around that time. There was things to stand up for and what you had to stand up for.
That's what I'm saying.
We are privileged in this generation. Yeah. To be honest, we are privileged. We are living off the sweat and things that Muhammad Ali and people like him did for.
100%.
So we are privileged. We don't have to go through what they went through at that time point in time. And we don't have to do the things that they did at that point in time
100%.
because we are already living off their work. Muhammad Ali say he can't go to the army because his religious shits. I'm not gonna kill no Viet Cong because no Viet Cong wanted to hurt me. My oppressors is here. I don't have if they took me to the drive right now to protect America, I don't have shit to say. Like I've never been like, and I don't want. I hate when I personalize the racial movement. I don't like to personalize them because I never got stopped by a cop like that. I never been stopping for this. I never did anything like that. I never went to jail. I never been looked at as any other than a civilized young man that's going through this a young man. I haven't looked at it as a color. And in certain instances, like women don't clutch their purse when they see me. They actually want to get with me and shit like that because of my size and because I'm black. No. It's
he can help himself say. He gonna find a way.
It's the effect that it's the effect that some tall black niggas have and shit like that, and you kind of good looking a little bit too. It's like I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, it's the effect. But back then,
about to kill him in the comments,
back then they had to go through some terrors. They had to go through some hard times and shit like that. So when you trying to equate Muhammad Ali and Floyd and shit like that, the only thing that's different is the status of money. Yeah, it's money, and they saying like, oh, you have a bigger pocket than Muhammad Ali. Why you not doing more than him? Why you not doing for the people?
Because what Kenny is saying, because the world doesn't need it.
The world doesn't really need it.
I get your argument.
In some points,
he does. Floyd definitely did some.
Yeah, he does some
stupid shit sometimes.
Yeah, but he does do some community outreach on programs shit too and everything.
He does a lot.
But people want him to do more.
But more what?
More. Like that's the thing.
Want you to do more. No, whatever you do is never enough.
It's never enough.
You're right about that. But the point is, right, and I agree with people like Canelo, people like Floyd, and not being around people, right? I would say back then it was a lot different. You could be around the people embrace you. No one's trying to really rob you like that. No one's trying to try you for the social media viral moment.
There was no social media.
But that's my point though. No one's trying you. This day and age, bro, somebody's gonna try you. People want to try you just because, like, yo, I want to go viral real quick. So it's like, yo, if you worth billions of dollars, bro, hundreds of millions, I'm not putting myself out there in the crowd, bro.
But I'm not. See, everything y'all saying is right, but that's why. That's people the only reason why. Like that's why I brought up Floyd to Ali. The reason why they don't say Floyd is the greatest because of who we have before. Is they feel like Floyd is unreachable. Same thing with Canelo. They feel like Canelo's unreachable, so they'll never say he's the greatest. They're gonna say Salvador Sanchez.
I feel like that's great.
They're gonna say Chavez Sr.
Canelo came from the dirt. Floyd came from Floyd, Michigan. I mean,
Floyd, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan's. You might well call it Floyd, Michigan. You might as well call it. He coined the phrase. Fuck that shit. That's his shit. I'm gonna call it Floyd, Michigan. He came from Floyd, Michigan. From the dirt. I'm talking about like dirty water, like literally
But
dirty water and shit like that.
But Ali came from the dirt. Chavez Sr. came from the dirt too.
It's
So
a different time.
No. What I'm saying is that is in itself is great. I don't give a fuck what these people. They're like, nah, greatness is like, yo, they help themselves. They help their family. As long as you get to that point, nigga, you the greatest thing in my eyes. Like imagine you take your family out of poverty. You the greatest shit to them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the only thing that matters, nigga. You're the greatest. Like literally, if my father was the one to take us all out of poverty, if I went to like private school and shit like that and all that, and he laid out the steps for me to be great in himself, that's a great fucking man. And my father's a great man either way because he was there as my father and took care of me and shit like that. But if he would do that shit, nigga, I built a statue for that motherfucker. Like, yo, the reason why we eating right now, the reason why your grandkids are eating, the reason why my grandkids are in a great community and they living is because of you. You laid the work out. Like, and I don't understand why people was like disregarding that shit. Nigga, in life, nigga, your only responsibility is to your family. Your only responsibility. I understand you get to a point, yeah, people want to say, nah, you got to give back to other people. Nigga, but my real life, the only responsibility is my family, my blood. That's my only responsibility in real life. Where anything else is extra. Anything that I want to do is extra.
Because look at this extra. Look at you talking about Because look at this, right? Let's go back to Nipsey. Nipsey gave back this community, was in the community. Look what it did to him.
Killed him.
Exactly. That's why people like Floyd and Canelo don't be in the community, bro. That's why. That's why. It's like people have to understand that part. It's like once you get to a certain point, a certain status, especially in this day and age, it don't make no sense being in the community. It's like once I'm giving to the community without you seeing me, that should be enough. But like you said, niggas don't like that. They want to see you. They want to touch you.
He actually gives a lot for the whole Mexico.
Yes.
But he's not there.
Not there. All right.
Why I gotta be there for though?
That's why. And it's crazy when a Mexican person told me why certain people don't like. I was like, damn,
that's stupid.
But I related it back to the Floyd and Ali. I get it. I get
to a certain degree.
I don't think the
Listen.
Mexicans will ever really say. Maybe like the newer generation, they would say like Canelo's the greatest Mexican fighter.
Yeah.
But the older ones, they'll be like,
the reason why they don't understand it because they've never been in that position. Hold on. Let me tell you something. I grew up, right? People understand. There's a lot of my friends that's from St. Martin that left St. Martin for a certain reason, right? Shit got tough. It is what it is. They changed their life, went to Holland, went to France. They got dudes that came back for a simple vacation, bro. Simple vacation. And end up dead. Can't go back. So I understand the fact that why go back? If you know you're making a certain amount of money, you know you change your life, why go back to the hood?
Yeah, these people are selfish. That's why you gotta come back. Come back for me.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I want to see.
Yeah, that's see you and end up dead.
That's all
and these people I'm talking about not even millionaires. So imagine when you worth close to $1 billion, bro.
People
somebody's gonna get you, bro.
Like my father friend, I don't know if I told you that this story. His mother, I'm Haitian. His mother got kidnapped in Haiti. My father's friend owns a couple liquor stores. They called him up. My father was there too. They called him up. I was like, yo. They was like, yo, we got your mother. He said, okay. He was not allowing nothing. He was not allowing nothing to like take advantage of. Eventually, he got his mother back. You know, he went over there in Haiti and got his mother back and shit like that. He didn't have to pay nothing though. But what I'm saying is like the thing is, it was the people that was closest to him that took his mother. Of course, people are envious, nigga, of what you got.
That's what I'm saying. People
like they saying all this shit, like yo, you supposed to be doing something. Like, why don't you get off your funky ass and give to the cause too, nigga? Like, why don't you? I don't see you do no donations. Those are people that don't put no money, no nothing. Don't bring anything up. Don't do no coke drives. Don't give no food to the people in their own community. And you talking about me want to outsource to everybody else? I could do that if I please. If I could do that. If it's comfortable for me, I could do it. Like, cause I don't see nobody going broke doing this shit. Yeah. Like, I never see nobody going broke. You know, I see a lot of people with a surplus of money that's doing this shit. So I'm like, yo, bro, they're gonna do it when they want to do it. I don't need your judgment. And you don't even know. You don't even have the insight of what's going on in my household and what's going on in my pockets for you to be even judging.
For me, it's the audacity though. People like, yo, especially when it comes to judging fighters and what they do with their money. Yo, imagine you grew up, you spend every day in the gym. Yeah. You fighting, you getting punched in the head.
You could die,
bro. You could die any moment. And you telling me what? And I got to a spot to make hundreds of millions of dollars. And now you trying to tell me what to do with my money?
Yeah, man.
All right. Man,
listen,
let's wrap this up.
It's a good episode. We all got Canelo. We're going to have to revisit this fight week in September. But for now, that's the last we're going to talk about Canelo and Crawford. Can't talk about them all the time. But yeah, Future Legends Podcast, episode 71. We out.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was praying just now, bro.